Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. If there are two people who have defined and saved MTV, it's me and Snooki. And I'm very happy to have Snooki here. She is a mom of three. She's a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. She's building an empire, one product at a time. And the most important product that I would like to celebrate from her collection, the Snooki Shop, is her wine, Messy Mawma by Snooki. Raunchy red, which is the perfect tipple for this happy hour. I'm going to pour myself a glass. Snooki, welcome to Kennedy Saves the World.
Thanks for having me, girl. I feel like I haven't
Hey,
seen you in a
girl.
while, but
I know the last time I saw you, it was on TV and we were having a diaper changing contest.
oh my
And you accused me of
god,
cheating.
yes, hysterical. I feel like we
Here's to
always
you,
have a good
Snooki.
time.
That's right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's try this raunchy red.
It's
Oh,
delicious.
it smells good.
Mm-hmm.
It's very classy.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It's
And I have
smooth.
to say, so it's 12-13% alcohol, and my wines, like I'd rather have like 1-2 glasses and like feel a little buzz and then go to bed instead of like trying to, keep getting that buzz and then drinking a whole bottle. So my wine, you definitely feel it after a glass.
And how do you do that? Like, what is the process to create more alcohol in a bottle of wine?
Oh, I have no idea. My partners do that. I just taste all the wines and I'm like, this is it. Thank you.
So, what brought you to? I mean, it's brilliant because the people who came of age with you when you started Jersey Shore in 2009, they probably also have kids, and they probably only have time for a glass or two of red wine. So, what led you to this particular venture?
So obviously I'm known for like drinking, partying, whatever, especially back in the day. So back in the day when Jersey Shore was like crazy and we were like the party people, I would get offers, to do like these cheap like vodkas or stuff like that. And I'm just like, I feel like I want to hold out because eventually I want to like really do my own thing with wine. Because I did always like wine. It just like wasn't like I was more into like vodka sodas, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's not as sexy and dramatic as SoCo on the beach.
Exactly. Yeah. So once I became a mom, I was just like, oh my God, this is the perfect time to do my wine. And I always had a vision of like naming it like something silly with like silly names. Like I wasn't trying to be like classy about it, just be like fun and raunchy. Be fun and raunchy about it. So I wanted my wine to be fun, and Messy Mawma is literally what I am. And I wanted to spell it like mama, like I do, so it's different. And then we have the raunchy red.
Yeah, it is Mawma, which I love.
Yeah, raunchy. Yep.
Yeah.
So I definitely, even though wine is known to be classy, I still wanted it to be a little bit of me. So we have a rosé too, which is rowdy rosé, which
That's
is like
great.
beautiful in the frickin' summer. So yeah, I'm really happy that I marked this off my bucket list because I always wanted to have my own wine.
Do you have any bubbles?
I don't have bubbles. I want to
You
do
need
bubbles
bubbles.
though. I
Yeah.
know.
I think that's a
I
good
want to
one
do
for
bubbles.
summer of 2026.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of bubbles.
Same. I love bubbles.
Are you still team meatball?
I am. I mean, Team Meatball is a little different now because we're both moms. But when we do get together and like we're not with our kids and we're having like a girls' night, we still get a little meatball-y. Yeah.
Do you send it?
So what?
Do you send it? Like, what is your version of sending it now? I just went to Mom's Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's a sophomore in college.
Oh, wow.
And those moms like reconnected with their 20-year-old selves.
Yes, I feel like, that happens. So this is what happens like because we're still filming the show, crazy to this day. We're actually leaving next week to film. So when we do get together and we don't bring all of our kids and it's not like this crazy thing, when we get together and it's just like a couple nights, like our quick trips, and we call it our OG trips. And like we go out, it's kind of like we're 21 again and we're all just like those party kids that everyone fell in love with. So it does happen. But the hangovers are worse.
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely have to strategize so much more if you're trying to drink like you did when you didn't know what a hangover was.
Oh my God, horrible.
And you also, like, when you have kids, you're exhausted. Like, you are putting yourself at such a disadvantage if you're trying to parent hungover.
No, I've done it. I probably did it like a couple times, and when Angelo was like a baby, and I literally had to sleep in the playpen with him. I was like, I am such a trash mom right now. But then I see like all the other moms, like it happens to them sometimes on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, I'm not awful. Like I'm not terrible.
No, I mean, you're obviously like, look at you, you're in your home office. Before we started, you were like at your computer. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, I was doing inventory for the store. Yeah.
could you, when you started Jersey Shore in 2009, before you were famous, when they were just filming you,
hmm
is this how you would have imagined your life 16 years later?
No, this was literally like a dream. I always wanted to do reality, but I pictured it to be like, like a real world, like do like one season and then just like go back to your life and then do what you were doing before. So I didn't think that this would actually be my life and my career and like give me all these opportunities to do everything that I always wanted. Like I always worked in retail in high school. So I always wanted to have my own store, and now I have four stores.
Wow.
So I'm just blessed at how everything happened. And you know what? Being a hot mess on TV really paid off. So,
Well, yeah, and also like one name being branded as tan and short and fun with big boobs who likes to party, like
hmm
those are elements that never leave people's association. But it's
yeah.
so funny. So I promoted our podcast the other day on Fox News, and of all the people that I interview, my phone blew up from people like, "Oh my God, you're interviewing Snooki!" Like they were losing their
Funny.
minds because you're so deeply associated with people at
yeah.
that time in their life. And were you living other people's fantasy on the Jersey Shore?
Um, what do you mean? Like having like no care in the world and just like going
Yes.
and drinking? Yes. Yeah.
And what was the difference between season one, obviously, like, you had camera crews following you, but people didn't
hmm
know who you guys were. Season two
Right.
and beyond, that totally changed. So what was the difference in how you felt? Were you as spontaneous in the following seasons after that initial
hmm
time when you are completely uninhibited?
Yeah, because I feel like I just got worse as seasons went on. I mean, season three, that's when I got arrested on the beach. So I would say, like, personally for us and like how we acted, I think it just like made us more crazy and excited because like we knew we had fans and it was just like, they were buying us shots. So it was just like more chaotic. But I would say production wise, it was definitely harder to film the show because season one, you didn't have crowds around you and you could just like run and do whatever. And then, once the show got popular, it's just like it's hard to mingle with other people now because it's like, oh my God, can I get a picture? You know what I mean? And like walking around, there were crowds. So it was definitely harder to shoot the show. But for us and like the attention that we got, we loved it, of course. Like
Yeah.
we were a pig and
And
can you
it
swear on
was,
here? Sorry.
yeah, you can swear.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want. If it's bad, they'll bleep it. But they
Got it.
won't they won't edit it. They're not going to cut anything out, but they might
Okay.
bleep a thing or two. Um, but it must have been like just a gold mine for, I
hmm
think Josh was the guy who discovered you. And the New York Times said that you were the breakout star of the show. But when they realized what they had, there was nothing like, and believe me, I was on MTV at a time where grunge and R&B were exploding and hip hop exploding all at the same time. And
hmm
it was all about the music. But Jersey Shore made MTV something other than the music.
Yeah, which honestly, like, I wish they kept the music. Like, I'm sad that maybe we ruined it because we turned it all into reality. Because growing up, like, I love the music, I love TRL. So, like, watching MTV now, it's like we need to bring back those moments because I just loved growing up to that, you know?
Did you feel guilty about that? Because I saw that as an evolution. And I remember being
Mm,
there, and I got to MTV the year The Real World debuted in 1992, and
mm-hmm.
that changed everything because
Yeah,
before that they had to try and program it so kids would stay through the next video. Like and that's why
right.
they would show the same videos over and over again
Mm-hmm.
because, if you showed the right Madonna video, people would tune in. But with The Real World, they realized like, oh my God, like we can get people to stay a half hour at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like there was nothing else. And if
Yeah.
you could get that many people transfixed, and the reason your guys' show works so well is it was so authentic. It is what people try to create, and you can't manufacture something like that.
Yeah, 'cause we're all crazy. We're not jobs. We were not jobs. I think we're still not jobs. But real world is what made me fall in love with reality. I
Yeah.
think I tried out for real world like 3 times. I sent my things in and I didn't hear anything. So I was like, oh, there's got to be a show that's like perfect for me. And then as I was like just forgetting about it and just like moving on because I was going to school to be a vet tech, like I just wanted to like work with animals and save them. Right when I gave up and I was like, it's just not going to happen. That's when I saw the application, and it said calling all Guidos and Guidettes, and I'm like, oh, I was like, that's my lifestyle. I like that. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. It feels like it was like all meant to be.
Who were you friends with before the show started?
No one. Well, I knew Dina. During that time, like MySpace was like a huge thing. That MySpace was like TikTok.
Hmm.
So MySpace, that's where I met Dina. And we had like same mutual friends and stuff like that. So Dina, I was like, this girl is just like me, like lover vibe. So I only knew Dina. So walking into the house, everybody was a stranger to me.
Okay.
Hmm.
But then you guys, it seemed it wasn't long before you all coalesced and you
Yeah.
were drinking and laughing and fighting.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it just, and it just exploded.
Yeah, I feel like it's because it's something nobody really saw before. Because, like, the lifestyle of like Jersey and going down the shore and just like our mannerisms and how we talked and like how we dressed. I feel like it was so foreign to like people that aren't on the East Coast that they were like, what? Who are these creatures? Why are they like that? And then, obviously all the fighting and everything and all the hookups. Me getting punched in the face by a guy. I mean, you haven't seen that on reality TV yet.
No.
So I feel like it was just a lot of things that
Did
people
you
were
sue
like, holy
him?
crap. Did I sue him?
Yeah.
No. No, I kind of just wanted to forget about it. Like I just wanted to move on and pretend it never happened. Um, but then like obviously like it keeps playing over and over and everyone talks about it all the time, which I'm like fine with now. Like obviously in the beginning it was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that happened." But then like recently I saw there was a news article in like the newspaper. His father was talking about how it's my fault that he lost his job and he couldn't get a job anywhere, so he had to join the military or something. And I'm just like,
Maybe
I
don't
didn't tell
hit
your son
women.
to punch me.
Yeah, maybe don't hit women.
Yeah,
Guess
so the
what?
dad was blaming me for his son's career being over. So that
Yeah,
was the
and
last I heard of him.
how tall was that guy?
I don't remember. Well, so he was probably, I don't know, 5'6", 5'7", and I
Hmm.
was standing on the bar. So, well, not on the bar, but like how there's like there's a little pole like on the
Hmm.
bottom.
Hmm.
I was standing
Yeah.
on there because I'm too short to see over the bar.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were almost. He was still taller than me. Whatever.
I don't know. It's still a move.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
So when the Jersey Shore as it existed ended, did you still want to be on TV, or were you like, I got to envision a different life for myself?
Well, no, at that point it was a career. Like I made a career out of it. I employed my parents. I was like my parents were working for me. They quit their jobs. I mean, it was a career at that point. So once season 6 ended, I was pregnant with my first son Lorenzo, and that's
Mm.
when they gave us a spinoff for Snooki and JWoww, which we did 4 seasons of.
Yep.
So I never really had a break from filming, because I always did spinoffs and I did like hosting shows here and there. So I never wanted to take a break. I just wanted to keep it going because I did love, and I still love doing reality and, working in TV.
Do you ever want your life to be your own? Do you ever feel like it's invasive, or have you gotten to the point where you're such a businesswoman and you're so aware of what you need to do for you to
Hmm.
keep your brand growing
Hmm.
that you know how to carve everything out?
No, yeah, I feel like my life is my own. Like my private life, my personal life, I feel like I'm not in the public eye. Like that's how comfortable my life is because me and my husband keep things private. My kids do normal things. I go to cheer comps with my daughter, wrestling, baseball. I feel like a normal mom and a normal wife. And then, so Gianni always says I have two lives. So one life is like me at home, like no makeup, looking like Adam Sandler, being a mom and a wife. And then I go to work and that's when I get dolled up and I go on TV and I'm Snooki. So my life is definitely, I have a good balance. And where I live, it's all like friends and family and community, and they don't treat me like, they treat me normal, which I love, and I don't want to be treated anything different. So I feel like I have a good balance.
Do you volunteer at school?
I do some PTA stuff, only because my kids beg me to. It's not because I want to, because I am not
That's
a
really
PTA
sweet.
mom.
And do that as long as you can, because
Yeah.
my 16-year-old, her class had a trip to the UN
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted parent chaperones. And I told her, like, I'm going to volunteer to be a chaperone. And she was like, Mom, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do? Do you think I'm going to like wear a Fox News vest and be like, hi, everyone. I'm Lotus's mom
Look at
from Fox
me.
News.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
No, I know.
Breaking news.
Yeah, so my two oldest, well, my oldest definitely wants nothing to do with me. And he's in 6th grade. He'll be 13. But my daughter, she's 10, and she's in 4th grade. She's starting to do that, but like she
Ugh,
still like wants me around. And then
of course she
obviously my
does.
little one, he always wants me around.
So even even when they seem like they don't want you around, they still want you around.
Oh, I
Like
know. Yeah.
that is one of the most important things I've
Yeah.
learned through adolescence
Mm-hmm.
is they need you now more than ever, but they don't
Yeah.
know how to ask you and they actually feel really guilty. And you probably remember being a teenager and getting in fights with your parents and you feel so
Oh, yeah, it
bad,
was terrible. I was
but
horrible.
now you're probably really close with your family.
Oh, my mom's my best friend. I love my dad so much. I'm just like, I'm so sorry I put you through all that guys. Like, horrible.
And what did they so after they watched season 1 of Jersey Shore, what did they think? Were you like, no, this is a character. I'm still Nicole. I'm sweet and innocent. It's just something fun we do. That's not real life. Or were they like, we have to get you to rehab?
Oh no, because they knew growing up, like me and my friends would sneak Smirnoff ices. We like to go out, we like to have a good time. So my dad was like, just be careful what you do. And my mom was like, don't drink too much. So they knew like I like to have a good time and whatever. And I was 21. So literally right when the show started, that's when I like turned 21 and I was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like legally okay to like go into bars and stuff. So I had a blast. No, they never mentioned rehab because I didn't drink like that every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I just
according to Vinny, you did. Vinny was like, oh, she's drunk all day long. She drinks
so
at 11 in the
stupid.
morning until 4 in the morning.
Yeah. If I was, I feel like I would be dead. I definitely wouldn't be here.
But you're not. You are thriving.
Agreed.
And I do love this messy mama. I don't want to say it wrong. Raunchy red. I was going to say
Yeah, you
raging red.
definitely,
But
I feel like you have to drink that tonight.
this is delightful. And it is so for a wine that is fortified with a little bit more alcohol than you typically find
Mm-hmm.
in your bougie wine store. Very, very smooth. Like this is something that I would enjoy making dinner, making
Yes.
meatballs.
Yes. And it's really good with cheese and crackers because that's my
Nice.
thing. I'm a
I
charcuterie
love
girl.
charcuterie. I love charcuterie.
Yes, same. I'm a charcuterie girl. So anytime I have wine or I have guests over, there's a charcuterie. And my wine
Nice.
has to go good with a charcuterie board.
What is necessary on your charcuterie board?
Number one, pepperoni. There has to be pepperoni. If you don't have pepperoni or you have like super sad instead or salami, I'm like, where's the pepperoni? I need the pepperoni. Obviously grapes. Love grapes. Has to have artichoke dip, and yummy crackers. But yeah, that's like my essentials. Everything else I'll pick on.
Yeah, I love it. I love picking and eating, but that's also I think something that you learn as a mom. You know, it's like when your kids are little, when they're like toddlers and preschoolers, and they only eat like little bites at a time, so you have to cut everything into little bites.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my God, this is a great way to eat. Like I don't think I've stopped eating like that since my kids were little.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I love eating, so.
What is your secret to a sexy marriage?
Oh, God. Um, I wouldn't say sexy, but to like make sure you have that time, the sexy time. It's really hard with 3 kids, traveling for work, traveling for sports. It's just like we're always on the go, and he goes here, I go there, just to try and get everybody where they need to be. So we always make time to have a movie night where like
Oh,
we go into our guest room, we have a movie night, a charcuterie board, we have some messy mama, and we just like have time together where we're not talking about the kids, and we're just like we're on a date. You know
good
what
for
I mean?
you.
Yeah.
No, I love it. It's so nice that you have so much figured out, and I can only imagine what the future holds for you. What do you see in 10 years? Will you still be doing spin-offs and reality, and do you
hmm
involve your kids?
Well, 10 years, I'll be 47. Oh, God. No offense if you're up there. But
I'm
you're looking great,
52.
girl.
Oh,
But
thanks.
no, 47, yeah, I still want to be working. I like working. I like being busy. I like multitasking. I don't like just sitting around doing nothing. Like I like to hustle and I like to do things. So I would love to still be doing reality. I do have my podcast that I do, so hopefully keeping that going.
Nice.
Hopefully still have my stores because I do love having stores. It's so much fun. Um,
And where
no
can people visit your stores?
so I have one near my house, which is Madison, New Jersey. That's my first house, my first store. And then I have Seaside Heights, New Jersey, which obviously is like my summer store. So everyone goes in there when they're down the shore in Seaside. And then I just opened Huntington, New York on Long Island. And then
Awesome.
I just opened Nashville. Nashville's my recent one.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I love Nashville. So Nashville's like my new Vegas. Um, if I want to like have a girls trip or like bachelorette parties, we're going to Nashville, and it's just such a vibe. It's great atmosphere. I love like all the bars and everything. It's just fun.
Yeah, every bar you go into has a band playing.
Oh,
It's
I love
always
live
fun.
music. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like it. I think Nashville is an incredible city.
Same.
It is really the best place to go if you want to just um uncork for a weekend.
Agreed.
You're so right. So, do you still tan, and are you still mad at Obama for the tax on tanning?
I can't believe I said that. Um, I never talk about politics. I think I was drunk when I said that. So I don't like go into tanning beds anymore.
Yeah.
But during the summer, I will lay out with some Snooki lotion on, and I still like to be brown.
Does your Snooki lotion, is it self tanning, and does it have SPF?
It does have SPF. I only have a couple self tanning. But yeah, we definitely have SPF now. Back in the day, it was like, nope, we're burning our skin. But now it's definitely gotten better. And then I came out with like body wash and moisturizer and everything. So we're doing good.
So you too can smell as fresh as the Jersey Shore.
Well, nah, smell beautiful.
Damn straight. Snooki, thank you so much. I hope you come to New York so I can make you charcuterie and a cocktail for happy hour when you're in the city.
I would love that.
Okay.
Please.
Stay amazing. Uh, People are going to be so happy watching this and knowing that you truly are in the era that is your best life.
Thank you, Queen. Thanks for
That's
having
right.
me.
Thank you. Cheers to you, Snooki.
Cheers.
Here we go. Love it. Mm.
Let's see. It's
The only
10
thing missing is
o'clock.
pepperoni.
I
I
was
love
like,
it.
this might be the earliest I've had wine, but that's not true.
This has been Kennedy Saves the World along with Snooki. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app. Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.